everybody. So I just wanted to come on and talk. I was looking at the news, my local news, and there was a story of a 3-year-old that somehow got a hold of his dad's handgun and shot it. And ended up shooting his 11-month-old sister, I believe. She didn't die. She's in the hospital, obviously being treated, but, I'm not against guns. I grew up, in the backwoods, country area, small town. I've shot guns, I've had guns, I've never really hunted, but, all my uncles and all that, my brother and them, they all used to hunt, and I can, how is your 3-year-old getting your gun? And first of all, why is your gun not on safety? Why isn't there a trigger lock on it? I understand, you probably don't have a trigger lock because it's for safety reasons, but why is your gun in any reach of a 3-year-old? I remember when I was young, we were always taught, you can teach people the safety of guns, you can teach them what to do, what not to do, and they're going to do it. Kids are going to think it's a toy. They're, going to play with stuff. But I can remember when I was younger that we had a gun case, a cabinet case, and we were never allowed to touch it. We knew better. We were not allowed to touch it. And it was locked all the time. The only people that knew where, and my dad would hide the key. So the only people that knew where the key was my dad and I believe my mom. So the only thing we had access to was my brother had 2 BB guns. That's all. And maybe the bow and arrows. But even the arrows were locked up. We always knew the safety of the guns. We knew them inside and out, pretty much. How to, take them apart, put them together, clean them, all that stuff. But, and that's the thing, why are people not thinking about it? I know you want your gun for safety reasons and to be accessible, but when you have children, you have to think that, you have to think, sorry, I'm losing my track of mind. You have to think for their safety. And just I've noticed a lot of parents don't do that no more. They don't think, they're too wrapped up in the fast life, and you just don't take a break to think about, is this really safe? Am I taking the right measures so nothing wrong goes? Your handgun should have been in a locked case. And like I said, the key should be hitting to where only you and one other person knows where it's at. And it's just people leave their handguns in their bedside table. Unless you live on your own, or you're the little lady down the street that can't walk fast enough so you keep your handgun by you all the time, that's okay, nobody else is in your house. But when there's children in your house, please, do not leave your handguns under your bed, next to your bed, in your bedside table, or anywhere out in the open. Like I said, it should be locked, because that is just very, very disturbing. My son's 3 years old, and I know a 3-year-old can climb and get into things, but, come on. It's lucky lucky that, the 11-month-old got, didn't get killed. I hope the parents, I'm not saying to get rid of their gun and stuff, but I really hope that there's more measures taken in this to maybe investigate these people's houses. I honestly do believe that, especially nowadays, and a lot of single parents, having to work, and they're overtired and all this stuff, stress, blah blah blah, all this other stuff, that they just may not be in the right mind frame. They may not be looking after what they need to look after and be thinking correctly. And I honestly believe that people at least once or twice a year should have like a safety check. Like, if you have children, somebody should come to your house and just look around to, make sure that, everything, if you, not necessarily saying it would have to be like a mandated thing, but if by choice, to have somebody come into your house and look around to make sure that you are taking the safety measures, because nowadays there's baby-proofing stuff that the kids can figure it out. Kids can figure stuff out, especially these days. I've seen kids. My son with electronics, it's amazing. He does stuff that I'm like, I don't even know how you did that. How do you know how to do that? Nobody's ever taught you that. Nobody's ever showed you how to do this. They just figure it out. A lot of kids are really smart these days. So, we just need to take the right measures, and please, 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 if you have a gun in your house, please lock it up. Keep it locked up, especially if there's young children in your home. Keep it locked up. Hide the key where only you and either your wife, girlfriend, or somebody that you really trust, that you know is not like a psycho and is going to steal your gun and go on some rampage shooting. But it just makes you think, like, how are you so wrapped up in your life that you had a handgun to where your 3-year-old could access it? It's just think about it. It's just take a breather, relax, and just look around and make sure that everything that you can make stuff as safe as possible for your children, because our children are our future. And the way children are today, and growing up so fast and so advanced from what we used to be when we were younger, it's kind of scary. And we just need to try to make their environment as safe as possible and slow their environment down. We're in a fast-paced environment, but we need to slow theirs down. I really wish we could go back to, the old days where electronics wasn't about everything. It didn't run our lives. We played outside all day. You only watch TV from this time to this time. You didn't have to rely on, everything for. So, yeah, like I was saying, just really, really, really make sure that, just take a step back and look at your surroundings and just make sure that everything is as safe as possible that it can be. I know sometimes, especially like living in apartments and all that stuff, that sometimes there's things that you just can't put up, or there's just no higher spot, or, but there's always some kind of way to make your environment safer, especially when it's coming to guns. There's just been so many stories of 14-year-olds 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds, and now a 3-year-old, getting guns and shooting people. And it's scary because when you see this stuff, I watch other YouTubers that do news stories and stuff, and it's like, kids are killing their siblings over laundry, over feeling underappreciated, and it's crazy. It's like we got a bunch of, we're raising a bunch of, I'm trying to find the word. I don't want to say murderers, but we're just raising a bunch of kids that are just willing to snap on a dime. They don't appreciate anything. These days, parents give their kids way too much. Let them get away with way too much. And honestly, I want to say too, I was raised back, we used to get ass whippings. We did something wrong, we got an ass whipping. Granted, people still give their kids ass whippings, even though it's, quote unquote illegal. You can get in trouble for it and go to jail, but I know better. Shoot, we used to have a paddle that was about, 12 inches long, about an inch thick, and our parents wrote our names on it, and it stuck out. They put it in a spot that you'd always see it, and it stuck out, and, they'd say that would do, I need to get the paddle, and, no, and we knew better. You did it, you never done it again, and that's the problem these days. Kids are not getting ass whippings. They're not getting spankings and stuff, and, not saying, and, research, spankings, spankings are this, spankings are that, they, are worse for the kids than you think, but just telling a child, no, honey, you can't do that, no, honey, that's not necessarily effective. Some children, and I honestly believe this, need to be scared to not have to do that again. They need to be, if I was to catch my kid with a gun, oh Lord, it wouldn't be like, no, honey, you can't do that, you're not supposed to play with guns, go sit in the corner, no, it wouldn't go like that. How does that teach them? They're just gonna do it again. Yeah, you may give them a spanking and stuff or whatever, and they may do it again, but some children need to be scared to learn that, if I do this again, this is going to happen. If you just tell them, no, then, next time I do this, mommy's just going to tell me, no, I'm going to sit in the corner. There's no really real percussion, But, anyways, this is getting kind of long. I just wanted to come on here and kind of babble about that news story I seen. So, yeah, until next time, like I said, just really, really just try to take a break from the fast pace of life. Just take a step back and look at your surroundings and just be like, is everything really safe for my child? Am I teaching my child the right safety measurements? Just be careful with your handguns. Like I said, just put them away. Unless you're living on your own and there's no small children around, put it up, put it away. There's no need for it to be out. Always keep the safety off. And why do you have bullets in your gun? Your gun should not be loaded. Granted, the bullet's in there for safety reasons, but it's a handgun. Keep the bullets next to it. It's not really that hard to put a bullet in a gun. If you really needed to do it fast enough, you could do it. don't keep your bullet. And another thing too, like I was saying, when we were younger, the ammunition was always separate, locked away from where the guns were. And I believe there were 2 different keys for each area. So, please, young children around, don't keep the bullets in the gun. Always keep the safety on the gun, no matter what, if there's bullets in it or no bullets in it. If your gun's not for safety reasons and you just have it because you're a hunter or whatever, you know, get trigger locks. And, just be safe about it. Just really, really, really be safe about it. Okay, until next time, have a great day. Bye.